Hello and welcome to the latest reading from Kindred Essence Tarot, and it is on what does your boss think about you? So I think I'll be doing another reading later on in the week on what do your coworker or coworkers think of you, but for now we're going to focus squarely on your boss. So think of your boss, past or present, and take a look at the three piles. Tune in intuitively. And let's get started. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. What does your boss think about you? All right, pile number 1. Let us see. What does your boss think about you? Ace of Swords. So that's already a positive, I think, but we got to see what the rest of the cards are. But the Ace of Swords is sort of like I'm getting the word go-getter. Oftentimes your boss thinks that you're very much a go-getter, someone who, I'm hearing that in some cases there may be kind of a dynamic with your boss where they want to sort of control you, and they're kind of afraid that somehow you're going to either leave. I'm getting a sense of fear from your boss. They fear that you're going to leave or take your position or do something. So I'm getting a sense of paranoia from your boss also. Interesting. But they do see that you're a strong, powerful go-getter in some way. But let's see what the other cards say, because we may get a different story too. Knight of Wands, and that would also indicate that, right? That's like somebody who moves forward with power and confidence. So they think you're powerful and confident, fiery. I'm hearing for some maybe a little bit too fiery. They think that you are, but I got that before too, is that they can't control you is what I'm getting. They feel like they can't control you and they don't like it. Interesting. They may leave, but it's not, I don't get yet or anything that they outright hate you or anything. They just distrust you because they can't control you. Interesting. Now let's see what these other cards, I'm kind of curious. What else? The Magician, the same energy. So powerful, like I said before, very powerful. Like they see that you're a very powerful person, a magician. So I'm curious, is there going to be any other elements of what they think? So they think you're a powerful person who moves forward to get what they want. And like I said at the beginning, they're kind of afraid of your power. I got that at the very beginning, and then I got the Magician that really, hammered home that was the case, because the Magician is very much the most powerful card. In fact, it's number 1. So I think I'm hearing that they have a begrudging respect for you, but a fear for you as well. But what do we have here? Okay, 7 of Swords. Okay, like I said before, sort of that paranoia of you, because I'm hearing they may have a paranoid personality they put on other people. So they have a little bit of, I picked it up before, paranoia, right? The 7 of Swords, you wouldn't necessarily trust this person. So they don't necessarily trust you. And I'm hearing not exactly for the reasons that you think, though. Like they kind of respect you, but they distrust you as well, because you might leave. Maybe, okay, I'm hearing you may somehow have company secrets. Or something. They fear people that they can't control, because you'll go away somewhere and take something with you, or outshine them, or do something. They're suspicious of something. You have to everyone decide. 6 of Pentacles. It's almost like when I get for that, I got the word manipulation. In order, like it's like they formed this image of in their mind of what you might do, and it's sort of like this energy, it's like this interesting energy towards you of like, what could this person do? So I gotta be nice, I gotta give them gifts, I gotta placate them. They fear you for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm not sure why they would fear you. It's like company secrets. You might go somewhere else. You might tell on them. Maybe you know their secrets. I don't know. Maybe they fear that you know their secrets, even though you don't even know what that means. I don't know. But then I get this energy, the 6 of Pentacles. It's like they feel that they've got to be sort of really nice to you, or you might do something. So they have this fear of you. Interesting. Normally it's the other way around in these kind of relationships, but maybe it goes both ways. I don't know. Say 2 of Pentacles. They feel that I'm hearing they don't know what's going. They may fear you because with the kind of cups, they don't know what's going on with you. They don't know what you're juggling. Like they don't know. Maybe you're planning to leave. Like I said before, like you're planning. They think that you're juggling other things. Like it's like they may be the kind of boss that expects unquestioning obedience. Like they don't know what's going on with you emotionally, so it's sort of like they feel that they have to hold their emotions inside because they're very much about control. Lots of fear and paranoia I'm going on with this boss. Like I'm sensing going on with this boss. Let me pull some more cards. Just let me get a drink of water and I'll... The interesting energy I'm getting from this boss, and interesting doesn't necessarily mean good. So let's see. 6 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. What is that? So it's interesting. It's like a mixed feeling too. Like because the 6 of Pentacles, they don't know whether to give to you or to take away. They have this weird energy where they don't really know. And 6 of Cups, like it's sort of like I keep on getting they don't hate you or anything, but they feel a little bit suspicious. And this could be, I don't know, maybe they don't know how you're going to act or something. They don't know how you're going to act. But yeah, I'm getting some weird energy from this boss. Let's see, why else? What else do they think of the pile ones about the boss? Let's see. Knight of Wands. Again, yes, some more defensiveness is what I get. Like they feel defensive around you. Because they almost fear that you're ready. It's like this particular boss, they really need to control everything. And they don't like people that they can't control. They always think that they have this weird. It's like they have this thing that they put on people that they're always looking for greening pastures. And maybe sometimes that's a natural thing, but for some reason they find it really bad. Maybe because I think it makes them look bad, but they have this fear that you're going to leave, and they have that fear. They really don't like losing employees, I hear, and they fear that you might be one of these employees that they leave. So it's like they have to be really giving to keep people, but then they become really the opposite. They become really defensive. They become giving defensive. But for some reason, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. People leave companies all the time. Sometimes it's just time to go, but they have a real fear of that. Like a real sense of control. Like they don't like, I don't know what kind of form of work you work in, but they don't like people to leave. So they fear you're going to leave, maybe because they have that awe and respect for you. See what else? 2 of Wands. It's like they don't really know. They don't know what to really make of you. Like, are you this? Are you that? Are you that? Are you this? What are you going to do? It's like they're always watching with the Hanged Man. What is somebody going to do? What are they going to do next? I heard this is a big one too. 9 of Cups. It's almost like they fear if they give too much, they want to give they want to give a lot to you to sort of make things work well, but they fear that if they give a really good reference letter, or if they give too much, you're going to leave. But it's sort of this weird balance where they have a strong sense of insecurity. And I'm hearing with the High Priestess again, they really don't like not being in the loop. So I'm having this image of them really, I'm hearing that they eavesdrop on people. I'm hearing in some very, very extreme cases, and this probably isn't, it's almost the paranoia has gone to the point where they're putting hidden microphones. And I don't think that's probably not everyone, right? That's pretty extreme, but it's just like they have this sense of paranoia, and then not wanting people to leave. Like their employees cannot leave. They've got this weird thing about employees leaving and feeling that way towards you, perhaps. But they They try to keep themselves look together. They like to look together, and maybe when employees leave, when anything bad happens, maybe it reflects badly on them. But yeah, I'm hearing too that they like to know things, and they may stalk you online a lot. They may look you up and try and figure out, okay, what is this pile one up to? What are they going to do? And in relation to how they're stalking you for a purpose. They're stalking you to figure out, what are you going to do? Are you going to leave? What are you going to do? Or maybe are you speaking about me? So yeah, a sense of paranoia. So that's what I get for pile one. Interesting. You never know what you're going to get. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy the other videos on my channel. And Kindred Essence Tarot, I have them organized in a playlist. You may want to check them out. I cover a wide variety of subjects. But yeah, bye-bye. Hope you have a great day. Now it is time for pile number 2. Hello, pile 2. Let's see. What does your boss think about you? So, pile 2. Let's see. What cards do we have? Ace of Swords. Interesting. That was the first card I pulled for pile number 1. I'm using a different deck for these other 2 ones. But pile 1, that was the very first card I pulled, the Ace of Swords as well. But I think this may have a slightly different connotation than pile number 1. But let's see. I hear that once I get to pile 3, I'll kind of... oh, interesting. Weird. I'm pulling some of the same cards in a different deck than pile 1. Interesting. But let's see. Okay. I'm hearing that I have these 3 cards will kind of indicate... I'm hearing that they think that you're bored at work. Or I'm hearing also that they think you're very emotional. And I'm hearing whether you think... they almost think you're bored or overly emotional or almost childlike. But I'm hearing that in a lot of cases, this is not anything to do with you. It's sort of a weird projection that they put on people. Like they think people are childish, or they can't. Okay, I'm hearing that they almost look down on a lot of people, and they may or may not look down on you. They've got a really funny perspective of they don't really have a very positive view towards the world. And I'm hearing in 50% of cases that you're part of that, people that they kind of look down upon. But 50% they don't feel that way, but you're kind of it's sort of a view that they have over a lot of people, and you may somehow be a little bit in their good graces, but most people aren't in their good graces, I'm hearing. Or you may be one of the people that they look on quite negatively, but if you are part of that group, it's like how they look at everybody, childish. They have a very almost snotty attitude towards everyone, I'm hearing. And they see them as too emotional. Like there's one of these, there are these people that think there's something very wrong with everybody else. They're one of these people. So I'm hearing in some cases, for a chunk of you, yeah, you're one of the people that they think there's something very, very wrong with you. But it's like what they think, or they've escaped. You've kind of, and if they don't think there's something very, very wrong with you, then they don't really much think about you, because very much, like the boss just doesn't really think that much about you. So the 4 of Cups could be they're not really interested. So I got one message is they think that you're bored and overly emotional, and you're one of the people that they kind of always find problems with, which is everyone. They find the problem with the entire world. They're very sour personality, or they still have that sour personality, but you're one of the people that they wouldn't say much good about you, because they don't think much good about anybody, but you're okay. That's the best they'll ever say about you, which is actually good from them. Is what I'm hearing. But yeah, or they could have a really negative attitude. I'm hearing in some cases they really, really have a negative attitude towards you. But yeah, with the Queen, and I quote the Queen of Swords. But like I said, exactly like I said before, it's like they do not. The Queen of Swords in her worst, when she's in her worst, very cutting, does not like emotions. I'm hearing that this person does not like emotions, and if you show any emotionality They don't like that. I heard that before. Oh, the person, they're too emotional. They're too emotional. So this person does not like emotions. I'm hearing they may not be very liked by a lot of people. They have a very sour attitude. And I picked that up before I got to the Queen of Swords, the Empress. But, and yet they think, I'm kind of tuning into their head. They may, they may think that they're everybody's mother, and they have to, I'm picking up another thread here. They think that they're everyone out there. They have the right to be everyone's mother because they're in charge. And they're doing a good thing by being super critical. So in that case, they don't really have that much negativity towards you, but they may act like they do. They may be a really controlling mother figure I'm hearing something too. They may have something against men. Interesting. They may really not like men. Interesting. But then that's just part of their whole negative. They really don't like anybody. And I picked up that Queen of Swords. But then I'm getting, they really got a motherly, like they think that they're a very I'm hearing they're a very misguided mother who thinks that what they're doing is good, but they're not. And so they may have, in that case, they may have some positive affection for you, but it's like really a distorted positive. Like it's not, I wouldn't call it positive. Like they may think it's positive, but it's not, if that makes any sense. Interesting. This is getting kind of, and then the Emperor. And I said before, they don't like men. And then I got the Emperor, the male character. So I'm hearing if you're like there's some, if you're a man, they really may not like you, but if you're a certain type of man, they don't like you. But it's like they don't like women either. They don't like, and then the Knight of Swords, you've got the Knight of Swords attacking. They've definitely got an attacking energy to them. And also something very iffy about this person psychologically. But yeah, and then I'm hearing they may have a weird affection for you that's just very not quite right. I'm hearing, I don't know exactly what that means, but it's not quite right. And maybe, you kind of tune into what that means in your particular context, because this is a mass reading. But, and I'm hearing in some cases they really dislike you. And I'm hearing if you're the person who've picked the pile, they really don't like you. God help you, because this person is deeply, deeply unpleasant. But rest assured, and I hear you'll probably know if they really don't like you, probably. But because they'll make your life unpleasant and make unpleasant comments. And I'm hearing in some cases this person may be on the way out at work, or even at their, even like in their home, or out, they're being in the out somewhere. But yeah, they have really may dislike you if you do, if you threaten their authority, they don't like you. So this is maybe the reason they don't like you. If they don't like you, they have any sniff in insubordination, that you're going to challenge your authority. They really, and I was about to say gossip, but I'm hearing it's more, they don't generally care that much if people are talking about them. They just don't like their authority being, it's like this blind, I am an authority. So if they like you, they may think, oh, that's that nice person, and they're not going to challenge me. But if they think, they may find you either not challenging, and if they find you super challenging, they really don't like you, I'm hearing. But then there's a weird thinking they don't like anybody. But yeah, they may think they're really challenging. They may, I'm seeing Ace of Swords. They think almost of you as, but I'm hearing again, yeah, this is something they project on a lot of people, right? But they think you're immature and emotional, and you should not be taking the knife. You should not be in charge. I should be in charge. So they have this weird, you're overly emotional, you're doing something wrong. Like that's a chunk of they have this weird thinking where you're thinking something is wrong. So I'm hearing this person, they step over, I'm hearing that they step over the line a bit too much in various ways. And I'm hearing in ways you may not be aware of. They step over the line. Like they definitely do. And they're a really almost Cruella de Vil. The Hermit. I'm hearing they don't really like outgoing, strong people. They like people who allow them to do whatever they want. They like kind of quiet people who allow them to do whatever they want. And if you're not that person, if you challenge them, they can be most unpleasant. So they may think that you're one of the people who challenges them. So they may not like that. And they really don't like that. Or I had this sense of almost what's the word, that kind of like, the Queen of Swords energy again. Like, what are these, like they almost think of people, they may think of you as like almost a child who's going to mess things up, but they think that way. It's like, what are these people doing? I have to control everything. And like, these people are going to mess everything up. You know what? What these immature, unworking people, like, they're just going to mess everything up. And that's the energy I'm getting. And like, childish. They're so childish. And I don't know when I'm like picking up, but it's not an energy I really want to stay in for a long period of time. Interesting. Yeah, it's not an energy. This is not really an energy I want to stay in for a long period of time. So I'm going to go into the next pile if that's all right. But yeah, good luck. All I can say is good luck with your boss, pile 2. All right. And I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope you found maybe some humor in it. And see the other the playlist section and see what other videos I have if you want to peruse them. All right. And have a great day. Pile number 3. What do we have? We've got the what does your boss think about you? We've got the 8 of Cups. So I'm already getting a sort of in some cases, a positive sense. Yeah, and then the Page of Cups. They kind of think of you as a sweet, soul-searching person. I'm hearing a chunk of the pile, the people who picked this pile, a sweet, soul-searching person. So I got positive, then I got the Page of Cups, and that's kind of a non-threatening. They think of you as non-threatening. They kind of think of you as very pious and spiritual for some reason. Not necessarily religious, but sort of pious and spiritual. The Page of Cups. They think you have a very healthy energy that moves forward steadily and almost like they think you have a steady energy. King of Wands. And then interesting. I'm getting there, but maybe a different element to this pile too. So for some who picked this pile, I'm getting a sort of a pious, spiritual. They have a very fondness for you. I'm hearing the King of Wands, and I'm getting something. It kind of goes into a different direction. King of Wands. Let's see what else. Page of Swords. I'm getting there's kind of 2 different threads. Ace of Cups and 7 of Wands. And then I'm getting for another. Oh, interesting. I'm getting that either a really positive or an aggressive, angry. They feel very aggressive and angry towards you for being something that they don't want. And I'm hearing, and interesting, I'm getting another energy from this, is that they may have shifted perspectives. From these, like, I'm getting the shifted of perspectives. Like, they thought you were one way, and then they thought you were another. Or it might be just this. I think you're kind of pious, spiritual, steady, almost like moving forward, sort of a balanced, hardworking, positive employee. But then something may have happened to switch their perspective. Or maybe that's a totally different, 2 different threads for one pile. But I'm getting, another energy I get is they feel aggressive towards you. You see the King of Wands looking at the Page of Swords. Or I'm hearing something else. It may be that they think this positive, that you're like, why do they think so positively of me? But you see them being crappy towards your coworkers. Interesting. So, but either way, it's a very split energy. It could be a split energy towards you that shifted over time. Or there's very positive towards you and negative towards your coworkers. And you're like, why are they so negative towards other people and nice? Like, I can hear for some of you thinking, why are they so nice to me and so mean to other people? And for other people who are picking the pile, it's like, why are they so mean to me? And I'm hearing for some, like, you like they're kind of a very emotional person with the Ace of Cups. Like I can see the King of Wands and the Ace of Cups combined, but they don't really know how to to process their emotions. Sometimes they don't really know how to do that. So it's like I'm hearing it's kind of hard for them. It's hard for them, and they feel like they're always plunging, like they're plunging into difficulty. They're always plunging into difficulty. And it's sort of like they see all these people like running around and being chaotic, and they don't like it. It makes them very emotional when people don't behave. It could be a male character, could be a female with male characteristics, because females can definitely have male characteristics. But yeah, they don't like that energy of children running around and or people acting out of control or rambunctious. But it's kind of like they've got that aggressive emotional energy in their mind as well. So let's see, what else do we have? They don't like to be, I'm hearing something about it, is they don't like to be kept out of the loop. And I'm hearing that if they switch from one perspective to another, it's like you did something and you don't know what it is. I'm hearing in some cases you don't know, with the blindfold right there. You don't know what it is. You're kind of a little bit confounded by your boss, because it's sort of like they'll switch. It's like a very split pot. They may have switched perspectives, or they may switch perspectives hourly, but they think you did something to switch perspectives, and or to help to make them switch perspectives. But they're just not, I'm hearing they're not really seeing things from a clear and balanced way with the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. But yeah, you may be confounded by this boss's rages, and that seem to switch wildly. It's like your perspective towards you seems to have switched, or it switches towards you. I'm hearing it could also switch towards you daily, and it's sort of like you can just do something. What did I do? And I'm also hearing is that there may be some suspicion where they don't know what's going on, when they don't know when things are going on, and if you're up to snuff, or doing something behind the scenes that they don't like, they switch wildly from one to the other. So yeah, like I'm hearing, they're very fractured, their perspectives of other people and perhaps of you has been switched. And they feel that it's it's like everyone's fault. Like they don't know how to manage their emotions, so they may be putting that stuff on you. But I'm trying to hear what else. They think, I'm hearing they have a very sensitive ego, and they think that you don't like them, or other people didn't like them, and that can really, when they don't, it's one of these bosses that I am picking up, can be very important for them to be liked, and when they're not liked, they just become really angry. So if you feel that you're on the like outs with this, try and reassure them, because it's like they can become more more, what's the word, workable, if you will. This boss from work can be more workable when they feel more liked, and they like to feel like they're a king. They like to feel like they're a king, but they like to feel like they're a beloved king, I'm hearing. And so somehow if they switch, it's because their ego has been threatened. Their sort of ego. So yeah, I'm hearing this person may shock you. And you're like, what is their problem? What is their problem? But then I'm hearing for some, you may be you may have been just stayed in their positive graces, in which I think you're spiritual, good, hardworking. So it's like, but yeah, I'm hearing, but it's hearing some, sort of placate their ego, that they're like, if you want to, you don't have to, right? But if you want to sort of deal with this boss better, understanding where they're coming from, their damaged perceptions, if you will, can help you kind of deal with this person more, and like understand they're kind of emotionally damaged, and they're kind of, if I'm hearing the word stink eye, you may have noticed that they've given you the stink eye, and it's because they may have switched their perspective, because that's what they do, and they're giving you like I'm hearing that in that case, I'm hearing in a lot of cases, if you see them giving you the stink eye, if that is coming up, it's like, don't, like, it may or may not be personal. I'm hearing in some cases it's actually, you're taking it more personally, but some cases it is personal, but sometimes it's actually not, and they're just working their damaged psyche out. Yeah, some people should not be bosses. That's what I should say. Like, sometimes what happens is the worst people become bosses that shouldn't be bosses, unfortunately. So yeah, that's all I'm getting for pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed that reading about what your boss thinks about you. And yeah, I hope you have a terrific day. Bye-bye.